What's up, y'all? My name's David, and I've lived in my RV for the last 2 years with my family. My wife Tanya, my 2 girls, Kaylin and Kira, our dog Daisy, and our cat Skittle. And I want to talk to y'all today about what it's like when sometimes things don't exactly work out exactly the way that you planned them. For instance, we're at Thousand Trails, Lake Tawakoni, and the internet situation is not working in my favor to be able to work in my room like I normally do, where I have kind of my office set up inside of our RV. And we've got a lot of work to do for my personal job this week, and I do not have the luxury of trying to move to another site. So I had to come up here to what they call the lodge and set up and work. And I'm not alone in this situation, as you can see in this video. There's people doing work, there's kids doing schoolwork. We're all trying to share this space and get work done. And it makes for an interesting atmosphere. So sometimes you got to deal with work situations that aren't exactly ideal. Unfortunately, the networking for us at this campground is just not working for me to do work at home. It cuts it for kind of my normal work, like what I would do on a normal day. But unfortunately, we've got a big time tasking going on right now. We need a lot of work done in a short amount of time, and Starlink was dropping me like every 2 minutes. Well, I didn't bring everything with me, just grabbed kind of what I needed to do to get the job. Laptop, power cord, some headphones, definitely some headphones. Because as you'll see, people are constantly coming and going in these common areas, and the headphones make for a really nice way of, without being a jerk, kind of putting off this I'm busy, I've got a lot going on. That's what I hope that people, if they see me sitting there with headphones on, that they hope and that they understand. I'm not trying to be a jerk, I have to be in this common area to get my job done right now. So, sorry, I've got my headphones on. Hopefully y'all can hear me today. It's been pretty windy. Big cold front and storm came through last night. There's the pool. Got a pretty nice hot tub at this park outside. They're renovating this section, so that's closed. They're getting some new flooring, but there's pool table, air hockey, a couple other cool things in here. So when I come out to this area, T-Mobile is smoking fast, and as soon as I go into the trees, it just dies. It's bizarre. I've never seen trees just suppress a 5G signal like that before. And then Starlink, I've got a gap in the trees over the top, and Starlink connects, but between 1 minute and 5 minutes, it drops me. And the kind of work I'm doing right now, I can't afford those constant drops. It was just absolutely killing my productivity. 4 hours of work was taking me about 12 hours the first day. There's actually 3 other people in there doing work right now, plus 3 kids or teenagers doing homeschool work in there. That's why I didn't do any talking while I was in there. Just kind of put that on time lapse and just kind of captured what my workday looks like. It looks like I sit there and do nothing, but it's one of those days where it's mentally very draining. I'm exhausted after days like this. It's a lot of looking at the same things over and over. Basically, just auditing security settings on computers over and over and over and over, and it wears you down. It really does. It's amazing. You've heard the phrase, the grass is greener on the other side. Yeah, sometimes I sit there and I daydream about some of the physical labor jobs that are out there. Like, man, I wish I could just get out and work with my hands again. But I know someone out there doing that type of work is probably dreaming of being able to sit behind a desk and relax. It's always greener on the other side. Of course, if it wasn't for a job like this, I wouldn't be able to travel full-time on the road like this. This job is obviously a blessing for us to be able to continue to travel on the road. But if you have this type of job and you're out there on the road and you have remote work, just know that sometimes you go into a new place and you don't know how things are going to work out, and sometimes they don't work out to the best of your ability. Or, money's a little tight right now, and I can't afford to leave this park, go to a different park where I know that the internet would work better for me. So instead of doing that, I have to work with what I have. So basically I pack up, put everything in the truck, drive over here to this building called the Lodge at this park, set up and work. When I leave for, say, like a lunch break, I have to take everything with me. That's why I wanted to kind of minimize what I brought with me in there to work, because I can't leave it there. Absolutely not. I have a responsibility to take care of that equipment, so it has to come with me on lunch break. But now, thankfully, I'm done for the day and I can go back home and relax with the family and make some supper. Sometimes you'll have these types of situations where it causes you not to be able to work at your office that you have constructed within your RV. Just be prepared, be ready to step outside of your comfort zone a little bit. I'm sure you've heard of introverts and extroverts. Sitting in a place like that can be tough for the introverts, for sure. Because if somebody comes up and wants to start talking to you, I know that that's downright painful for introverts. The headphones obviously are a saving grace on that. Please, please, if you see somebody sitting there with headphones on, try to respect what they're basically saying. Hey, please, I've got stuff going on. Please don't come up and talk to me while I got the headphones on. Like I said, not trying to be mean or rude or anything. Just like when I'm working on the stuff I was working on today, I'd get into like a zone. And it's like, all right, and I just start hammering out the work. Just getting it done as fast as possible. To stop and have a conversation with somebody would basically take me out of the zone. It would be a huge setback to my ability to get the work done within the time frame. While I'm not very happy with my team leader for picking the deadline he picked, I don't think we should have done this in a week. This should have been a 6-week project. But he wanted the team to get it all done in a week. And for me, it was 4 days because I've got the Friday off at the end of the week. So I am definitely having to bust my butt to get this done. That's just a little glimpse of what life is like in the RV life when you work full time, remote from the road. Be ready to adapt. Well, thank y'all so much for watching. Remember that life happens, even interruptions to your internet. Don't let that stop you. Stay fresh, cheese bags.